Hello, today I'm going to show you how to turn Chinook Salmon Roe into edible caviar. First, you get hot water around 50 degrees Celsius and add a teaspoon of salt to it. Right. Then you add your Chinook Salmon Roe. Then you let it sit for 5 minutes so the sacs can separate from the caviar. After you let the roe soak in the salty water for 5 minutes, you can just take it out and gently start peeling it, like so. Just squeeze it off off of the sac with your thumbs. Be real gentle with it. Make sure you don't pop it by accident. Once you have removed all the eggs from the sac, you will have something like this, right? Now you need to wash your eggs in order to get rid of all this membrane, as you see here. I have done this a couple times, so it's relatively clean. I recommend doing this around 15 to 20 times in order to get rid of all this flakes and residue. After that, you will have nice and clean caviar. Just pour it out like so. Make sure not to get any of the eggs into the sink. You will wash the caviar like so, just mix it up in the bowl. Once it settles back down, you will see all this membrane floating up. You just pour it out. And repeat this until you have noticed that there's only the eggs left and the water's nice and clean. Once you have strained all your salmon roe, you should have roe that's nice and clean. After that, you put it in a strainer. The strainer, I'll do it in multiple takes. I also have another bucket of roe. After that, you let it just strain for around 5 minutes to get all the water out. Then once you're done, you put it in a nice clean bowl. When you finished straining all your roe, you just put it in the bowl. Now you need to add your solution, right? This solution is you get boiling water, and for every liter of water, you need to mix in 100 grams of salt. It's really important to let the water cool down to room temperature. Now you just pour in your solution. I'll leave the ingredients for the solution in the description below. You pour it in. Now you get a wooden spoon. Make sure it's wooden in order for it not to damage or pop any of the caviar. You just stir it for 15 minutes. After letting your roe cure for 15 minutes, you need to strain it. Once you put in the strainer, you need to let it strain all the water out, all the solution out, and then you can only do the next step. Once all your caviar is strained, you need to pour it out on these paper towels. You spread them all out equally. Spread them all out. You need to make sure all your caviar is dry before freezing it in order for it not to crystallize and mess up the caviar. Also, right now you can look at all the imperfections in the caviar, like the membrane you missed before when you were straining, like this and things like that. Once your caviar is all dry, you need to lubricate it. I would usually use like spray oil, but I don't have that right now, so I'll just use this brush with some olive oil. Just apply it gently like so. Once you let your caviar dry for around 15 minutes, you need to just put it in a clean container. like so, just like that. Now you can put it in the freezer for around a couple of days, for 2 days, in order to kill off any of the bacteria that was in the eggs or was in the fish. Some people eat it straight away just like this, but I don't recommend that because you might get sick from it. After 2 days of letting the caviar freeze, just let it thaw. Don't put it in the microwave or in the sun, as that will damage the caviar itself. Caviar is a very popular food in Asia and Europe. You can eat it with a bunch of different things. You can eat it on bread and butter, a cracker, half an egg just on the egg white. I can leave some recipes down in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below.